must be official if I get involved.
What's up, gang? It's your girl Squill, and I'm back with another Boom Clap video. Today, we will be talking about the pros and cons of joining the army. I mean, like, y'all, there's so many pros and there's so many cons about joining the army. Keep in mind, this is the career field I'm in, so I'm going to be very light on what I say because, you know, I'm still in the army. But I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be truthful, I'm going to tell you how it is and I'm going to tell you how it ain't. Yeah, your recruiters, they be lying to you. Your recruiters, they lie to you, okay? Because some of this stuff, I wish they would have told me. And the fact that they didn't tell me, it's just like, why do y'all feel like y'all can withhold information without telling us what we're actually signing up for? But that's besides the point. So I guess we should start with some of the pros. So, you know, you got free medical, dental. You can go to college. Obviously, a lot of people join the military because they're interested in going to college. So you can do the GI Bill or the Montgomery Bill when it comes to college. That is a pro in the army. We'll just skip to a con. So for my females that's out here, a con for sure would be you won't get to wear your hair how you want, of course, all the time. There's certain regulations put in place to where we all pretty much have to look the same and the styles have to be a certain way. You can't have your nails however you want. Again, there's a regulation that's put into play. You know, if you're a girly girl and you like to wear your hair a certain way, you like to wear your nails a certain way, if you big on jewelry, you're gonna be mad because you can't wear all this different type of jewelry while you're in uniform. Piercings, it's a no. It's a no. Can't do it. Piercings, the nails, the hair, all that is a no. The jewelry is a no, unless you know you're within regulations, which is like a stud, earring. That's about it. You can't wear your nose piercings. You can't wear nothing on your face. You know, tattoos. This is an issue for both females and males because they have to be within certain criteria. Like I think for your wrist, it can't be to like where your cuff would end off at. You can't have no neck, no tattoos on your ear, no tattoos on your face, no tattoos on your hands. Yeah, that's a big issue. People who want tattoos, piercings, y'all have to think this completely through before you join the army because they do not play and you will get in trouble if you go against the army regulations. Okay, the next thing. So, a pro. So if you have a family, the military will pay for you to have a home. Obviously, you know, I stay in my own home. You know, you'll get BAH, you know, for housing, which is a basic housing allowance. You'll get BAH. Then you will get, depending on where you are, you'll get COLA. You know, the army will pay for you to provide for your family. However, if you don't have a family care plan, this is where it turns into a con because you can get chaptered out for not having a child care plan for your children. So basically what that means is if you don't have anyone to watch your kid, you don't have a daycare set up, or something in place for someone to watch your kid while you are working, you can get kicked out the army. This is also in play for if you ever get deployed, you go into the field or anything like that, or school or something, training or anything, if you don't have anyone to watch your kid, you will also get kicked out of the army for family care plan, child care plan. Failure to, having a plan for your child, right? Okay. And for the people who don't have families, the pro for, single soldiers would be, so basically they will set you up in like a dorm. So think about how you go to college and you share, a dorm with your counterparts, right? So, this time, instead of it being like just your regular counterparts, it would be your battle buddy, someone that you work with. Basically, you'll get your own room and then you share common areas. So that's like the kitchen and the bathroom, where the mirrors be at, stuff like that. And then you have your own room to like sleep in, which has a bed, dressers, closet, everything, right? So single soldiers, they're taken care of, because they're making sure their soldiers eat every day. Obviously, if you're married, they're going to give you the money that you would have for the DFAC and just put it into your paycheck so you can buy groceries, which I also think that's another pro, right? Okay. If I had to say another con, you would have to be willing to leave your family for trainings, field problems, deployments. You just have to mentally prepare your mind to leave your family, which can be one of the hardest things you ever have to do. I know when I left my son, devastating. I just came back from NTC, which is a national training center where basically you train as if you were going to the combat zone. And I was gone from my son for approximately 35 days, and it felt never ending. It was one of the hardest times I ever had to go. Having a kid and going away, if you truly are that, oh, I'm in my kid's life parent, you will see, you'll be sad. You'll have some days where it's dang, I miss my kid so much, and it be on your mind so much. So you have to mentally prepare for those things, because that can literally drain a person. I was out in the field for 30-something days. Literally, I can tell you, I was constantly thinking about my son 24/7. You can ask any of my battle buddies, anybody I work with, they would tell you I was constantly talking about my son, because he's the best thing that ever happened to me. So going away was a hard thing. You have to mentally prepare yourself to leave at any given moment. I think this one could be a pro and a con, because to stay in the military, you have to be physically fit and you have to be able to pass a PT test, right? So basically, if you can't hold the standard of the physical fitness test, which has now changed into the ACFT, which is supposedly way harder than the original test that we used to have to take, then you won't be able to stay in the United States Army. So if you don't plan on being physically fit, the Army is not for you, because they are weeding people out left and right, left and right, left and right. And to speak further on to that, this is where the con would get with me, because to stay in the Army, you would have to stay above weight. So you cannot be underweight or overweight, and if you are, then they will tape you. And basically, getting taped is they're seeing if it's fat or muscle. So just don't get overweight or underweight, because it just makes it harder on you. And if you're underweight, overweight, they can kick you out, which I think is a dumb thing, but it's not standing the standard of the Army, which means that you gotta go. With that being said, I think these are my pros and cons to joining the Army. I have nothing else to say, because that's the only
Quarter pound of fire burning.